Dating has changed so much in recent years. You might be wondering, if I want to be a classic gentleman, how can I do this in the era of dating apps, hookup culture, and cold approach gurus? I've personally reflected on this quite a lot, and I've come to realize that it's actually not as hard as you might think to be a gentleman in today's dating world, as long as you follow these 5 pillars. These are all things that I do in my dating life to conduct myself in a way that I'm proud of and a way that yields good results. Hello, my name is James, and I am on a mission to create a generation of gentlemen. The first rule to date like a gentleman in today's age is to stand your ground. A gentleman must always operate from a position of strength. Know what you're looking for, know what your beliefs are, what your boundaries are, and don't compromise on these for anyone. For example, if you are seeking a serious relationship and you begin dating a woman who tells you that she's just looking for something casual right now, don't appease her and tell her that you're also okay with that. You have to say, I want a real relationship. If you're not prepared to give that to me, that's okay, but I have to walk away. And the same applies the other way around also. Now, it's much easier to stand your ground and stick to your beliefs if you feel like you have other options. And that doesn't mean you have to be dating multiple women at once, although I don't personally think there's anything wrong with that. What I'm talking about here is knowing that you are the type of man that can attract a high-quality woman. But even when you are that type of man, you still need resilience. You still need to stand your ground. Even handsome men get ghosted. Women test the boundaries of successful men. If you don't know what you're looking for and you're not prepared to stand up for your beliefs, prepare to get walked over for the rest of your life. The second rule for modern dating is that first impressions matter. First impressions have always been important in dating and attraction, but in today's world, they are more important than ever. And I'm not just talking about dating apps, I'm also talking about meeting women in real life also. Today, fewer men and women get to know each other gradually, either in a workplace, a church group, or a friend group. Even if you are meeting in person, it's likely to be at a bar or at a social event where that first impression when you catch eyes from across the room is absolutely crucial. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know how much I talk about the importance of clothing. But that's not always the first thing that a woman notices. She's probably looking at your face first. And it doesn't matter if you are the most handsome man of all time. If you have bad skin with pimples and spots, that's going to cause a serious dip in attraction. And I don't want you men to struggle with that. And that's why today's video is sponsored by Tiege Hanley. Tiege Hanley makes skincare simple, and they design their products around routines. Routines that take just a few minutes in the morning and then a few minutes in the evening. I recommend beginning with their Level 1 skincare system, which is what I personally use. You get a daily face wash to use in the morning and the evening, an AM moisturizer with an SPF of 20, a PM moisturizer to keep your skin hydrated throughout the night, and to be used twice weekly, an exfoliating scrub. You already know how important it is to take care of yourself, going to the gym, dressing well. Don't forget about your skin too. Since Tiege Hanley is a sponsor, they have a fantastic deal for you. Click the link in the description to get 40% off your first box plus a free gift. You can choose between a silicone body scrubber or a face and nail grooming kit. Plus, become a member and you will receive 20% off for life. Even if you feel exhausted by modern dating, it's so important that you embrace classic chivalry as a man. Although a lot has changed about the dating world since the 1950s, what hasn't changed is the fact that women still want to feel cared for, they still want to be appreciated, and they still want to be treated like a lady. And for those of you who are skeptical, those of you who believe there are no ladies around, so what's the point of being a gentleman? Well, if you believe that a man should take the lead, as you probably do, then why don't you be the change you want to see in the world? The more gentlemanly behavior we show in the dating world, the more ladylike behavior women will be encouraged to embrace. So, what does it look like to be chivalrous on the modern dating market? It means offering to pick her up. It means opening the car door for her. It means giving her the best seat at the restaurant and pulling out the chair for her. And of course, it means paying the bill too. Back in the 50s, these things were all the bare minimum for men on a date. Nowadays, however, they will make you stand out. So rather than complain that we don't live in the age of chivalry and gentlemanliness, use this to your advantage. You being a gentleman is an edge for you on the modern dating market. More than ever, it's so important to be a good communicator in dating. When you are meeting women on a dating app, setting up the date via text, it's so important to be clear and a good communicator. As the man, it's your responsibility to take the lead and plan the date. Suggest a place and time. And the day before the date or the morning of the date, confirm with her. I've heard stories from my friends who didn't confirm their date, and then they arrive and the woman is nowhere to be seen. It's not only important to be a good communicator so you don't waste your own time, but women are also looking to see if a man is organized. Has he got his life together? And if he values his time, he will want to confirm the date. Now, just because communication is important doesn't mean you want to be texting 24/7. Texting is for establishing plans and confirming plans. Get to know each other during the real-life conversation. And this brings me nicely to my 80-20 rule. Here is the 80-20 rule for modern dating. 80% of your efforts should be spent in the real world, meeting women in the real world, doing interesting things, being on your own adventure, and if you meet somebody along the way, then that's an added bonus. Don't spend more than about 20% of your efforts on dating apps. These apps are so addictive, they train us to seek out the validation of a like and a match. But really, this isn't a fulfilling way to spend your time. To maximize your efficiency on a dating app, make sure that your photos and bio present you in the best possible light. That way, for every 10 minutes that you spend per day on the dating app, you will get far more matches and far more actual dates, rather than spending hours swiping endlessly with a bad profile. Gentlemen, I would love to hear from you in the comments. What is the one thing that you find the hardest about modern dating? Hopefully, I can read your comment and then make a video addressing it and helping you. I hope you'll see from this video that you don't have to go and wildly change your strategy just to deal with the modern dating scene. You can still be a classic gentleman, and in fact, it will make you stand out among the crowd. So let me give you a quick recap of my 5 lessons to date like a gentleman. Number 1, stand your ground. Don't compromise on your beliefs, boundaries, or expectations. Number 2, first impressions matter, both in the real world and on dating apps. 3, embrace classic chivalry. Women still want to be treated like a lady. Number 4, be a good communicator and take the lead in planning the date. And number 5, follow the 80-20 rule, focusing most of your efforts on meeting women in real life. Gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.